So right off the bat, this is something that I've noticed with Hannah Hidalgo that really makes me like her as a player and even as a person. But it's this bravery, for a lack of better terms, it's this bravery when she's playing, where she welcomes the pressure, she welcomes the confrontation. So here, Notre Dame is going up against a higher seeded USC team, Juju Watkins, Kiki Ariafin, the old nine, but she's welcoming this pressure. She's happy to be in this moment. She's happy to be present in this moment. So as she scores the first bucket of the game and she lets out this war cry, this isn't a war cry of a I just scored. It's a war cry of anticipation, of readiness. Like, you guys are the third seed, let's go. Let's see what y'all about. And I believe it's this mentality that separates Hannah Hidalgo from the rest. Now, understand what separates Hannah Hidalgo from other star players and other elite athletes is the fact that she does the little things that most superstars have the leeway of not doing. So, watch immediately after she gets this bucket, the very first bucket in the game, she immediately sprints back to her matchup. This seems like something simple, but watch how it translates throughout the rest of the game. It's not just the high energy level that Hannah Hidalgo plays at, but it's the fact that she can stay disciplined while exerting a crazy amount of energy on the floor. So here she sees no one's really picking up the ball handler, decides to give some extra pressure to the point guard, gets the ball out of her hands. Now she has to deal with her own matchup in Talia Von Hoffen, who's wide open on the three-point line. Watch as she sprints from damn near the top of the key to Talia Von Hoffen, cuts off her shot. Watch the closeout as she closes to space. She doesn't close to the shooter. Most players are closing to the shooter, allowing the shooter an open line drive to the hoop. She first closes to space, shuts off the shooting option. Watch how quickly she changes her stance from a square defensive stance to her staggered run. Travel on USC. 9 times out of 10 in women's college basketball and the WNBA, this point guard is going to try and run another offensive set once they realize they're being iced on the pick and roll. But watch how Hannah's patience and her strong ball handling allows her to generate another offensive option. So here they try to ice her off the screen. She continues her dribble all the way around. Nobody picks her up. Easy knockdown. This is a great job by the Notre Dame scout team and a horrible job by the USC player development team. But here, Hannah Hidalgo comes off of the ball. She's basically playing shadow defense on Kiki Ariafin. Ariafin should be aware that Hannah Hidalgo's eyes have never left her, but nonetheless, she turns her back to the ball off this spin move. Hannah Hidalgo comes up for the strip. Now, because of this effort, Sonia Citron picks up the ball. She's able to get back into the play, block Juju Watkins to end the possession. That's all made off of the hustle of Hannah Hidalgo. Now, there are a lot of clips in this game that I could have included to show you the essence of Hannah Hidalgo and why she's the best player in the country, but I want you all to pay attention to this clip here. She's wide open in the corner and she misses this three. Long shot, long rebound. So here, USC has a 2v1, I believe, against Sonia Citron in the front court. Hannah Hidalgo sprints back to get back in front of the plate and immediately turns Talia Von Hoffen. So one, look at the defensive stance she's already in. Kind of falls off balance a little bit, but it's for a split second. She's already back into her defensive stance, squared, and now she's turning Talia Von Hoffen. Turns her again, generates a turnover, gets the ball in the front court. Now, most players have just ran back to the half court line, and now they have to go run into the front court. Most players are going to settle on this possession, not Hannah Hidalgo. She takes it immediately at the other point guard and generates a foul. Understand something, people. There's a very big difference between being defended and being hounded. A lot of the players you guys think are good, you've never seen them in a situation where they're being hounded. So here, Hannah Hidalgo is hounding Talia Von Hoffen on defense. The ball kicks to Juju Watkins. Hannah Hidalgo recognizes that Sonia Citron is going to be beaten off the dribble. So instead of just tagging along with Talia, she goes to pick up Juju Watkins here. Now, Juju does generate a foul right here, but the instincts to help out on Sonia Citron, to cut in front of Juju Watkins and just make the play a little bit more difficult for the star player is high level IQ. If you're wondering how Hannah Hidalgo accumulates all these steals during a game, it's because she understands the simplicity in defense. So here she is on help side. Juju Watkins snakes central towards the floor. This is Hannah Hidalgo's responsibility to now pick up Kiki Ariafin, since USC did a great job of drawing two to Juju Watkins. If Hannah Hidalgo is not here, this could possibly be a Kiki Ariafin dunk. Hannah Hidalgo steps up perfectly in her help side rotation, strips Kiki of the ball. This is your star player. Your star player. Hannah Hidalgo's in the backcourt right now. Juju and Kiki have like maybe a 2v1, 2v2 if all things go well. Hannah Hidalgo sprints back into the play, generates a loose ball on Juju Watkins, and basically comes around the corner and tries to RKO Kiki Ariafin. This is not just effort. Well, you all need to understand this is not just effort. This is a willingness to do these things. No one's asking her to go guard 2-3 people. She's willingly doing that. Remember when I said women's basketball players need to be praying and thanking God that Hannah Hidalgo is not 6'1"? Check out some offense. Hannah Hidalgo off the pick and roll, bulldog into a right-hand scoop layup. Let's go. Watch how much ground Hannah Hidalgo is covering just to be a nag on defense. So here she doesn't have to get back into this play, but she immediately sprints to Juju Watkins to apply more pressure on the ball handler, even though she's going nowhere with Sonia Citron and Olivia Miles in front of her. Boom, forces the loose ball, forces the jump ball, and somebody definitely played with the boys growing up. I see you. Understand, a lot of these plays aren't artsy. They're not going to be put in the Louvre. You understand? This doesn't look pretty, and it actually doesn't look like much. But some of the simplest things in basketball make the biggest impact. So here, Hannah Hidalgo's helping off of her matchup, which is Malia Samuels. Once again, great scout by Notre Dame to just let Hannah float wherever she wants to. The ball goes to Kiki Ariafin on this face-up on the elbow. Now, once again, USC player development team, I don't know what you're doing that has Kiki Ariafin thinking she should dribble towards Hannah Hidalgo's side, as in the player that averaged 5 steals a game. So Hannah does a great job of staying in the gaps here, forces Kiki to pick up the ball, forces a tough jumper. This is sophomore Hannah Hidalgo going up against Talia von Oelhoffen, who is a senior and could be going pro early next year. Watch as Hannah Hidalgo moves her feet and hounds Talia von Oelhoffen on defense. Stop telling me players are good until you've seen them get hounded on defense, okay? Hannah Hidalgo, watch as she moves her feet. What? Look at this. Left foot forward, right hand reach. We're damn near fencing right now. And watch how quickly she switches her stance back from a square defensive slide, into her staggered run. Now she's tracking Talia von Oelhoffen all the way to the baseline. But guess what? Most star players would sit here in the paint and not do anything. She rotates out to Kiki Ariafin to contest the shot. This is not just effort, this is not just energy, but it's disciplined, it's focused energy. You can have crash out energy and still be disciplined in basketball. So here, Talia von Oelhoffen doesn't even want the ball anymore. She's been getting hounded so much by Hannah, she gives the ball up. But unfortunately for her, she has to get the ball back. Watch as Hannah Hidalgo first closes out to space on Talia von Oelhoffen's pump fake. Closes out to space, doesn't run to the shooter, giving Talia von Oelhoffen an easy lane to the hoop. Closes out to space, tracks the ball. We're still fencing, left foot forward this time, left arm reach. We knock the ball away, but this is why I included this clip in this play. Watch as Notre Dame scrambles to get back in front. You have Olivia Miles, who understands her scout, leaving Malia Samuels, a non-shooter, in the corner. Sonia Citron realizes that Hannah Hidalgo gambled, and she's now in the front court, so she makes the decision to pick up Talia von Oelhoffen. Hannah Hidalgo sees that she's being help the helper, generates the steal. Sonia Citron is now the first person in the front court. Easy layup. That is picture perfect Hannah Hidalgo. If you're not tapped into her gameplay, I'm putting y'all on now. She is the best player in the country. Argue with a wall.